Hello and welcome back to Ascending Without Wings. My name is Raina and this is the Pisces reading for the 14th to the 20th of January 2019. So welcome and please feel free to like, share or subscribe. This is a general weekly reading and applies to Sun, Moon, Rising, even Venus sign. I channel Arch Angel Michel in my readings. And so basically, you guys, the amount of cards that come out in the format of the readings, so they may change, guides me to shift things. Just one sec. Are these correct? Yeah. Alright, so for my lovely Pisces people for this week, some beautiful cards. So the first one that actually fell out is a woman holding a heart. Heart-shaped coin. I don't know. Okay, woman holding a heart. Got love on the brain. This could be you. This could be somebody else thinking about you and thinking how they want to give this heart to you. Very nice energy. Not sure where it actually, at what point in your week this gets placed. However, it's pretty beautiful. Then we've got journey, which I believe this is definitely about ascension in your life. Being given only what you need just to sort of be able to help you along your next steps. Because also along this journey, sometimes you find yourself walking away from people that no longer resonate with you, that are not necessarily in keeping with your kind of lifestyle choices. The ascension journey kind of involves you in a very deep level. So that walking away from people is a very understandable aspect of it. The last card that we have for this week is the sun. So the sun in the traditional tarot is the most beautiful, and I do feel that here as well. It really is a very beautiful card. It's almost got a slightly mystical feeling to it. The way the sun's beams are shining down. I'm not sure if you can see that very well in this camera, but it really is quite a beautiful card. It's like a bright new day. It's like a very bright future. I really feel that way. And I have been saying to a lot of people that I know that it is the year of the light worker, the rise of the light worker. And I know a lot of us have been going through some pretty intense ascension symptoms and experiences, and sort of, seeing the reality of things when it comes to our friends or family and partners, jobs that we kind of wonder why on earth we're there, because what attracted you to that job in the first place? It's because we're shifting and we're evolving on a very deep level, and our soul is so not interested in anything that's not resonating with its sort of higher purpose, and something that you feel passionate about, you will happily pursue, but something that is just very 3D, very material world focused, and not at all in any way sort of spiritual or unity consciousness inclined, is just not for you anymore. So let's see what the clarifiers say. Okay, Michael, may I please have some clarifiers for the woman holding a heart? Holding a heart. What is this energy playing out? Read the other way. Okay, Michael, can I please have a clarifier for woman holding a heart? Oh God, not 20. Okay, it's not 20, I lie, but there's 6. Okay, Michael, are all of these clarifiers for this reading? Okay. So it's the King of Cups with the woman holding a heart. Couldn't be more perfect. Okay. Is there any more of these cards clarifying the woman holding a heart? So it's the Nine of Wands clarifying journey. Should it be in the reverse? Okay, very nice. Are there any other clarifiers here for that card? No? Very cool. Okay. So Knight of Swords for walking away. Should it be in the reverse? Wonderful. Any more of these clarifying walking away? All 4 of these clarifying the sun. Are they in the order from left to right? Okay, interesting. I don't know if I mentioned earlier in this reading, but yes, Archangel Michael does guide these readings, and so they do change slightly, and this is probably slightly different to the others. All the others have had the same amount of cards as clarifiers for the energy oracles. However, this time around we have one clarifier only for the first 3 energy oracles, and then 4 clarifiers for the last one. So let's get into this, okay? Woman holding a heart, as I had said, it could have been you, it could have been somebody thinking about you and wanting to give you their heart. So this could be somebody asking you out, somebody wanting to strengthen a relationship with you. This could be moving in together. It's some sort of strengthening of bonds if it's somebody that you're already seeing. Person could be a water sign, Cancer, another Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. Or this could be you and somebody else is actually making the proposal, asking you out. It is quite a beautiful energy because this person is offering you their whole heart. It's very, very nice. And this is embodying your energy, very much so. So I feel like somebody could be meeting somebody new this week. Somebody could be asking their partner to move in with them, maybe even go away on a holiday, something quite important, like maybe you're meeting the family, something that's bringing you two closer together. You maybe, no, it's not about property. It's this is very emotional. Very emotional. I feel like that somebody could have possibly met their soulmate, and this could be the week where you kind of making that declaration or sort of putting it out there that that's, how you see it and that's what you feel about the situation. Or they could be somebody saying that to you. It's a very interesting energy. But yeah, I feel that might actually sum it up. And I would be right. Okay, so the second card we had out was Journey. So this is about being on a journey of some description and not being able to see too far ahead, just being able to see what's directly in front of you. But it feels like quite a magical and very exciting journey, a bit of an adventure. She's got her bags there with her, and there's almost like a rainbow light in this card as well. But there's a golden light leading her way, and gold light is the Christ consciousness or Christ energy, Christ frequency, you could call it. So it really is quite beautiful. And I do relate that to Ascension very much because it's kind of you're only sort of given a little bit of information because we've come down here with very complex life plans, and with our human brains and the way we tend to dramatize things and fear outcomes and things like that. It's very better for us that we only see a little bit and we're able to accomplish that and then sort of move on to the next thing, because it can be quite intense. There can be ups and downs and a lot of healing required, a lot of letting go. It can be quite an interesting experience and a challenging one as well. But it's clarified by the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands in the upright I don't really like very much because it's kind of feeling quite exhausted and defeated, feeling like your life is a constant boxing match and you've been in the ring and copping it. This, on the other hand, when it's in the reverse, it's kind of breaking away from that. And if you're linking it with your ascension journey, it's like you no longer feel drained and tired by this. It's actually quite energizing and it's inspiring, and you're in the flow and you're truly like riding this ascension waves and like an expert. This is someone that's been on this roller coaster before and has worked out their coping mechanisms, their tools to help them through it. And they're able to sort of glide through with minimal turbulence and minimal disruption and discomfort. So it's really quite beautiful. You're doing great. You guys are doing great. But then the next card's different, a little different. We've got the card of walking away. But in this card, you can see she's walking through she's walked through the gate. However, she's turning around to look back. So whatever this signifies you walking away from it. Also, it's a number 27, which comes down to a 9. 9 is nearing completion. So it's nearing the completion of whatever you're walking away from. But at this stage, you're not quite willing to let go completely. Because you are turning around and looking. Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, I'm walking out, but is there somebody coming to try and stop me? Or, it's almost that kind of a feeling. It's like, I'm walking away, but let me just look at it one more time. Because I'm not quite ready to walk away. I'm not wholeheartedly ready. I'm not certain about what I'm doing, and I'm only doing it because I've been triggered or there's something else to it. Because if you were really, truly committed to walking away, you wouldn't be turning around and looking back. I feel like it's got to do with something that's been said, a message that's been delivered. Somebody had a lot to get off their chest. I feel like they're confessions almost. Yeah, for some of you, this could be somebody coming to you, telling you something. It could be somebody that you walked away from, or somebody that tells you something and makes you walk away from them. But there's a part of you that still wants to hold on. So you're turning around and looking as you're walking away because you're not quite convinced that it's exactly what you want to do. But I feel like this has to do with something that was communicated. This is some truths were spoken. And it could definitely be somebody that walked away from you previously and they've come back and had the conversation with you. If it's someone that walked away and has come back, they've gone through a lot of transformation themselves. And ascension journey is pretty transformative. And if this is in the context of twin flames, this could be divine masculine returning, telling you certain things about your last interactions or whatever's gone on in their life since you last met. And it's something that's not quite what you had hoped to hear, I guess you could say. And there's some unpleasant, harsh truths that are basically making you walk away, but you're not wholeheartedly walking away. You are turning around and looking. And especially if it is your twin flame, trust me, it will be very hard to truly, truly walk away. Okay, so the last card that we have for this week for my lovely Pisces people is the Sun. The Sun represents bright new beginnings, very exciting, prosperous, abundant, positive, happy times in life. Okay, so I feel like whatever's been going on this week, some good times are coming. It's just a little bit rough before things improve. The darkness before the dawn. Yeah, definitely feel like it might be a case of that this week. It may start off a bit turbulent and a bit rough and a bit emotionally full on. And that doesn't mean that's necessarily you that's emotionally full on and turbulent. That could be people around you. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so the first clarifier we have for the Sun card is the 10 of Wands, the card of putting down the burdens. Because it's a 10, I feel that it is the end of the burdens that you have been carrying. So whether they be emotional or past life or relationship or friendship even, those friends that are only around when there's something to be gained or something to be benefited from, and invisible at other times when you may possibly need them. That's a bit of a burden. It's not a friendship you want to carry around. So it could be things like that. Could be also releasing yourself from work that doesn't resonate with you anymore, leaving a job that you're just miserable and you're not happy. You feel burdened because you need an income, but you kind of stay there because you've been there for a while, it's consistent income, etc. But it's kind of like you're finally getting the courage to let it go. If it's not working for you, honoring yourself and respecting yourself enough to let it go. So definitely, I like the fact that it's actually after the walking away and looking back card, because it's kind of like, okay, fine, you might be walking away and looking back, but you're able to rationalize and reason with yourself enough to realize how important it is for you to let this go and to put down the burden that this situation is putting on you. And I believe you actually do progress onto doing it later this week, because after you've got the 10 of Wands, which is putting down burdens that are, weighing you down, you've got the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is about moving away from troubled waters, from drama and negativity, all the things that, keep you down and miserable and unhappy, in low vibrational frequencies and being negative and things like that. So after you put down burdens, that is how you move to calmer waters and away from the troubles that have been going on in your life recently. Whatever conflict, whatever negativity, whatever misunderstandings, it's kind of like when you find the strength to put down this burden, whatever's weighing you down, it is the key to you moving away. It will basically remove the problems in your life. Sorry, I had to think there for a second. Okay, so the third card that we have clarifying the Sun card is the 5 of Cups. So this definitely could signify someone having breakups. Also, this Sun card section could definitely be about somebody leaving a job. I feel like the 10 of Wands could be a job, could be, a social group, sports, something like that. Even some sort of volunteering thing it could be. It feels like having too much on your plate and realizing that you need to release certain things because your life is shifting and evolving and there are some changes going on and there are brand new beginnings coming. However, you kind of need to clear your schedule or your plate, so to speak, and have more room in your life for new things to come up, which definitely does move you away from troubled waters. But I feel like some people are mourning the loss of a relationship, friendship. But the thing is, in this card, it's about you're mourning the loss of what is gone. However, you are not appreciating what still remains because it's actually behind you. You're refusing to turn around and look at what is working for you, what is going in your favor, what is actually positive in your life. You're too busy being sad about what is not, the glass half empty, not the glass half full. But this is the thing. All of these cards about putting down the burden, moving away from troubled waters and mourning the loss of love, but not seeing that there is still so much love in your life. There's still plenty of love in those 2 cups that are standing upright. This is all bringing you to a very exciting new phase in your life. I feel like January is going to be the beginning of some very exciting, challenging, but empowering and liberating times ahead. I really feel that because the Sun, new beginning energy is making you release whatever holds you back. Walk away from every bit of drama and low vibe energy, negativity in your life. Even, lose people that you love because you know it's in your highest and greatest good. This is a very strong, very evolved, very heightened consciousness energy here. Like, I know Pisces are quite spiritual, all water signs are, but I really, you guys should be proud of yourself. This is not an easy energy to be dealing with, but I really hope this is for many different people as well tied in here, because for one person to be handling all this process of energy like throughout a week, you'd be feeling a bit like you've been in, the battlefield a little bit by the end of the week, I would say. But the last card that we have to clarify the Sun card, which is all about new beginnings, we have the Hierophant. So this is about tradition, dogma, can be marriage, things where there's rules and regulations and requirements and sort of like a expected etiquette. That's the word I'm looking for. I was thinking behavioral norms. That's what I'm thinking. some of you could sort of be, very much challenging what the norms are and what the sort of accepted ways of thinking and behaving are now, especially when you're releasing so much negativity and so much that no longer serves you from your life and preparing for this new beginning in your life. And it's almost like at a soul level, you can feel it, you can sense it. This is why you're releasing so much from your life and you're walking away from whatever hurts you, whatever keeps you down, things that keep you in self-doubt. And it's all out of self-love and self-respect. And that's a part of the evolution of your soul. Like, you truly learn to respect and honor yourself. Let me just see something. Okay. Yes. So yeah, this is definitely, could be breaking free from traditions, or could also be becoming more solidified, like more firm in your traditional values and things like that also. It's like, could be a few different meanings there. Okay. To wrap up this lovely reading for this week, for the 14th to the 20th of January 2019, I am going to pull you some Heart and Soul Oracle cards and see what Archangel Michael has for you. Okay. Like maybe more? No? Okay. 3 have flown out. I'll just check if they're all correct. Archangel Michael, all 3 for Pisces for this week. Are there any more? No, thank you. Okay. There. This first one that we've got here says, within the transcendental realm of your soul, there are endless universes, each inconceivably vast and at the same time inconceivably small. Even in the tiniest particle of subatomic matter, there is endless expansion. Creation is a cosmic motion picture in which you are both director and actor. Look within and express outwardly the endless waves of love within you. May your love embrace the earth and fill all creation. Wow. That's really beautiful, guys. It's really nice. Now, this also very beautiful card right there says, you are a living work of art, a most sacred and eternal being, a multidimensional field of energy with no beginning or end. You are a floating island of consciousness, swimming within a cosmic sea of love. Live the dream, dare to be extraordinary. Amen. I think you really are this week, my friends. You're cutting the crap left, right, and center, if you don't mind me saying. Okay, this beautiful lady says, it's time to step into your power and create an enchanted world. It can be if you want it to be. For just as the oak tree is hidden in its seed, so too the god or goddess is hidden within you. Reason devoid of feeling is simply harsh judgment. So listen to your heart also and move beyond the boundaries that you have placed around yourself. Very, very true, my friends. Very true indeed. Okay. Thank you very much, my lovely Pisces people, for joining me. And I shall see you again next week for your weekly reading, which will be based around the eclipse energies, because I believe we're going to be absolutely swimming in it by next week. We're already feeling these energies. Thank you so much, guys. And once again, please feel free to like, share, or subscribe if you wish to. And I shall be back again soon.